Yo, this is pretty random. Kind of crazy that I'm recording on this channel again. For anyone who doesn't know, this is why I quit. As you know, I haven't uploaded again in 2 years on this channel, and that's mainly because I never knew really what to upload. And basically, this video is going to explain a lot, but I'm just going to go over basically my whole life that I went through, that I struggled with, and just stuff in general. This channel originally was obviously a Fortnite channel because that's originally what I played. I never really was an IRL streamer, never was a streamer in general, but I played Fortnite competitively, and I saw a lot of success over COVID where I kind of blew up overnight in a way. For me, it wasn't overnight, but for the internet, it was. I did content for like 5 years. I didn't make any money. All those videos are unlisted, so you can't even find them. It was just like gaming videos. I always wanted to be a gamer growing up. I basically started to play Fortnite, and I obviously won professionally, or I won a tournament. I became a professional at Fortnite, an esport, I guess, athlete. That's kind of where the channel was. And then I tried to do interview styles as Fortnite slowly started to decline. I tried to get out of Fortnite. A lot of people didn't agree with that. What I mean by that is I really tried to use my personality, because my whole life, all my friends from high school, all my family, all my friends online even told me that I had a personality. The internet told me I had a different personality. I took that in my head and I was like, oh, if I can play Fortnite professionally and I have a personality, people are gonna like that. So I started to stream, and that's kind of where my career kind of took off overnight. That's where the channel started to blow up. That's where I started to collab more with creators like Aiden, creators like Corinna, Clicks, like all my friends, right? And that's where my career really started to skyrocket. One thing about me though that I always liked is I never liked gaming too much. I like to be outside. I like to show my personality, and I like to show me as a human. Obviously, the internet loved that, but the internet can switch overnight. Basically, my career started to slowly change as Fortnite became less popular, so I tried to integrate like IRL segments, and they didn't do so good. Hence why, if you look at my last videos on this channel, some of them are actually unlisted, some of them aren't. I basically tried to do interviews. Interviewing was a way for me to still talk to people, because I love talking to people. I love talking to my supporters. I love meeting people. That's one of my favorite things about life, unironically. And a lot of people could say, oh, that's cap, blah, blah, blah. Like, I genuinely love meeting people. I like talking to people, and interviewing was a way for me to do that. So what I started to do is I started to go to Complex Con. I started to go to Rolling Loud, where I knew it would be a younger audience and more people of my niche. In high school, I was friends with a lot of people, so I was like, oh, Complex Con is like the same. It's like the same group of people, like my group. That's where I started to do interviews. On the channel, it was actually pretty successful in my eyes. I would see hundreds of thousands of views, which in my eyes was successful, but to the internet, it wasn't. I got a lot of hate for it. A lot of people didn't like it because they were so used to me being a gamer. A lot of people told me I fell off, which hurt me a lot, which I'll talk about more in the video. This is just kind of like the intro. It was that's why I started to interview on this channel, because I know people were confused how I went from gaming content to interview. That was my niche at the time. That's what I saw success in, so I tried to roll with it because I started to get hundreds of thousands of views. It was good on TikTok for a little bit. Personally, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going outside. I enjoyed doing stuff. But there was one video that kind of like changed my mind. It's a joke that I do at my stream. It's called the Laker video. Basically what that is I did a Lakers interview video, and it got 8,000 views in 4 days, which obviously to many isn't bad. But in my head, I was like, wow. The comments were really negative. People kind of just were hating on it a lot. Said I fell off on Twitter. I saw Twitter communities told me I fell off, and it kind of demotivated me a lot. So I stopped after that. Video is currently unlisted, but I stopped after that. A little bit why I was depressed of why I quit YouTube and streaming at the time. So when I first started doing YouTube, obviously most of it was just taken from my stream. The clips were taken from my stream. The content was taken from my stream and just re-uploaded for the YouTube. I would never really take the time out of my day to do YouTube videos, and when I did, it was during COVID when I first blew up. My editor, Siggy, would try to encourage me to, and I did. We saw success in that. It was very nice. It was good. Obviously, the interview style was me going out of my way to make content out of my home instead of just sitting at home and playing video games. Why I quit streaming was because it was kind of like the same with YouTube. To any creators that are watching this, I encourage, first of all, anyone who is watching this to tell your favorite creator to watch this video. In my opinion, this is me being very true to like you, the creators, whoever wants to be a creator. Like, it's way harder than you think mentally, and I feel like a lot of people give up, and I'm gonna go into that again. I know I keep saying that, but I'm gonna actually go into everything in more detail. But I remember quitting streaming because every time I would go live, I would be like, oh, I could have 10,000 viewers at the time, right? I had 10,000 viewers at the time. I was like, I could have 10,000 viewers, 20,000 viewers, 30,000 viewers, and they're all gonna watch no matter what. So I started to have this mentality, and I started to have this ego, which was very wrong of me, and I took for granted that people are gonna watch me no matter what. I remember I started going live less and less and less because I knew people would keep watching me, and then my viewers would drop less and less and less over time. What that means is, let's say I had 15,000 viewers playing Fortnite, which I used to do when I played Fortnite during COVID, for anyone who watched this channel. All the comments were, oh my God, Ron, you hit 15K viewers. Oh, you're doing good, you're doing that. And I felt good about myself. And then I remember I would slowly decline, but in my head, and in your head probably who's watching this is amazing. I would have 10,000 viewers, and then they would be like, oh, only 10,000 viewers, blah, 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 you suck, blah, blah, blah. And it gets to your head, especially when I was younger. A lot of people don't understand how young I was. I put it in quotes because some people might not think this is young, but people don't realize I was 18 years old, 19. Obviously, everyone's different. Some people it doesn't affect them, but me, it affected me. Like, I was more like, damn, like I'm getting hate every day. I'm not spending time with my family. I'm not spending time with my friends. All I'm doing is being online, and I kept getting hate for that didn't even make sense because in my head I thought it was accomplishments. I would hit 10,000 viewers, 12,000 viewers, 15,000 viewers, and I would think it's so good. I would hit milestones like subscriptions every single month. Like, people would sub to me for 10,000 subs. I just used to feel so good about myself, and it felt like the internet would tear me down for every small thing. And a lot of people will like to say that, oh, only a couple people out of 1,000 are negative. Yes and no. When you're a creator that it becomes successful overnight, it comes with a lot of expectation. You guys know creators. I'm not going to name drop. At the top of my head, I can't even list any, but there's creators that blow up overnight and then they lose everything overnight, and then they get so much hate, and then those creators quit. I was kind of in that sense a little bit, but I could only blame myself because I quit on myself because of others making fun of me. I was in my own head over everything. Every small comment would affect me. I started to be negative on myself. I started being negative around my friends, my family, my relationship at the time, and overall I let things conquer me as a person when it shouldn't have. I started to stream less and less. I started to gain weight. I started to just be depressed overall, and it didn't help that over time my streams were doing worse, my mental was doing worse, my YouTube was doing worse, numbers wise, health wise, everything. I just felt mentally drained, and every time that I did get online, it was just hate. The one thing that did motivate me a lot at the time was cars. A lot of people are like, oh, that's materialistic, you shouldn't be motivated by that. I was always a car person. I always loved cars. Growing up, I loved cars. Middle school, high school, out of high school, streaming, I always loved cars. Ever since I had a Tesla, I was like, oh, I thought this was the and then I was like, in my head, like, that's not a fun car. And a lot of people are gonna be like, that is a fun car. Like, I like stuff that's loud, engines, fast, etc. And I remember once I switched to the Audi RS Q8, I fell in love with cars to a whole nother level. My motivation in life was not for materialistic things, I guess you could say, but I guess it is materialistic, obviously, but like, it was just goals of mine. One of my goals was to own a 911 GT3. That was one of my favorite cars ever. I remember telling myself, oh my God, I need to own this one day. I'll do whatever I can. So I started to switch up my channel. For anyone who doesn't know, I have a car channel. During this depressed era, I basically started to upload there because that was my happy place. That's where I felt the most happy. That's where I felt enjoyed in my stuff, etc. And yeah, that's kind of where that started to take place because I found joy in it, and I found a lot of success in it too. I did end up taking a break from it because other things in life that happened. At the time, that was my out. That was my way out. That's what made me happy. For the streaming stuff though, going back to it, my stream schedule was so bad. I would basically go live whenever. It'd be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I would go live, Thursday, Friday, maybe I don't, and then Saturday I don't, and then Sunday I don't, and then people would be like confused on where I'm at, but then when they came back to my stream, they enjoyed it. I didn't have a schedule, so nobody knew when I was going live. I was very inconsistent. I only had to blame myself, to be honest. I could have kept going and I chose not to because of comments, and also just because I was lazy. I had an ego, not an ego over another human. I had an ego like I could do whatever I want and people are still gonna with it. Obviously, that's completely changed. I needed to go through that to understand where I'm at, to understand how successful I am at a young age, and to understand how grateful I should be. And yeah, honestly, it was a blessing in disguise, falling off, because it really taught me a lot of things. I believe in God, obviously, now, and a lot of people are gonna be like, why do you believe in it now? I just wasn't religious growing up, but I really started to have faith. I believe all things happen for a reason. A lot of people see clips of me online, but they don't understand the real me. Off camera, I'm the same person on camera, off camera, but obviously I'm way more mature now. I feel like I needed to go through that, and I feel like a lot of men need to go through those things. And when I say those things, I mean losing everything that you had. And it sounds so negative, but for those watching, if you know, you know. It's like when I lost everything, I knew the only person that's gonna help me is myself. And that's kind of what I did for streaming. Took the breaks, lost it all, and then I slowly started to keep building and building by just continuing to stream. At the time though, when I continued to stream, obviously it still came with hate. The success didn't come back for a while. I was averaging 1,000, maybe 800 viewers to 1,000, and then 2,000 viewers randomly on my stream, which I think is insane. So many people watching this that would kill for 10 viewers, 100 viewers, 1,000 viewers, and I still am like that to this day. I love the fact that I can stream even to 100 people. Obviously, I got kicked down over and over because of where my expectation was. That's just how the internet is. That's how the internet culture is. An artist drops an album and it gets like 200,000 copies sold, 100,000 copies sold. Everyone's like, oh, he killed it, blah, blah, blah. But then like if he drops an album and it gets 10,000 sold, everyone's like, what the he fell off, but it's still good. And nothing changed. The music didn't change. The content didn't change in my stuff. It was more or less people just were hating because they saw a number. They identified me as a number, which hurt me honestly, and it made me feel really bad about myself. When I was streaming, I remember this vividly because this hurt me a lot, and a lot of people told me I need to take a joke for this, etc. But one of my favorite streamers, Ninja, I'm sure you guys are familiar with this, most people are, basically kicked me while I was down. I basically went into his chat, not even his chat, Tim the Tatman's chat, typed hello, because I'm obviously a fan of them. I watched Ninja growing up when he had 100 viewers, before he even played Fortnite, by the way. Before he ever played Fortnite, anyone who doesn't know, he used to play other games like H1Z1 and Halo. I watched him during that. He was one of my inspirations. And I basically typed hello, and he was drunk, and he told me that, for no reason, by the way. This is like real. You can Google this for anyone who doesn't know this. He basically was like, you're a piece of shit. You fell off, nobody likes you, you're never gonna be an IRL streamer, you're never gonna make good content again, etc. blah, 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 blah. That kind of went viral for me at the time. It kind of gave me a boost in my career, but not in a good way. It was just people like, damn, I'm sorry for you, and then they left. They never returned. But it did give me a boost, and people remembered my name. One thing about that moment was, one, never meet your heroes. It was someone who I really admired as a human, and it really sucks to see I'm never gonna look at him the same. And he tried to patch things up with me, which I respect, but I will not respect how you talked about me. And I feel like that's fine. For a lot of people understand that. I don't have no hard feelings to him, but I'll never have respect for him the way I did. But yeah, that obviously kicked me down crazy. That made me feel very depressed about myself even more. Now it's like someone who I look up to on me. It's like, damn, am I the problem? That's how I started to think, and it really started messing with me even more. So that really kicked me down and made me feel. And then it went viral that I fell off at the time. That was what the topic was. So this is gonna be a tough topic. Not a tough topic to talk about, but just like a weird topic, because I don't really like to go public with this. But obviously a lot of you guys may know I had a past relationship. I'm in a new relationship right now, and I'm extremely happy. I love my girlfriend right now. She's beautiful, she's amazing, and she treats me very respectfully. She understands my work, so shout out to her. Her name's Kimmy, or some people on the internet know her as Boba. But this is a topic that obviously I wanna talk about because I never talked about publicly. I was in a very toxic relationship at the time while going through this. When I say toxic, it was really toxic. It was really just bad. I never really announced publicly that I broke up with her, or she broke up with me, excuse me. I don't really want to go in depth about it. It really put me into like a real spiral. At the time, I moved out to LA, and I had no friends here, really, not that many. My family was on the other side, my friends were on the other side, and my career was dying. When I'm living by myself, also started to gain weight, which me up. I started to get really fat. Anyone who knows this knows that I went through a fat era. I got really depressed. When I say depressed, I don't mean like, oh, like I'm actually depressed. No, I got depressed like my mind was so fogged and it was so negative all the time. I had no reason to think positive. Obviously, when I got broken up with, that was my first girlfriend at the time. I was still stuck up on that for a long time, which ruined my career even more because I let it affect me. I vividly remember, since I was fat and depressed, it's so cliche and corny, but this actually saved my life. There's so many nights where I wanted to kill myself. There were so many nights where my mom would send me paragraphs of, oh, where are you? I miss you, etc. My friends saying that, and I would just ignore it because I was so sad. I guess the word isn't depressed because I know a lot of people can argue that, but I was so sad. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to talk to friends. I didn't want to leave my room. I was blowing money on stupid things, clothing, materialistic things, not talking to family, not talking to friends, ignoring people who actually care about me. One thing that genuinely changed my life is the David Goggins podcast. The one with Joe Rogan, both of them, and both of his books I read. I remember watching his podcast in the middle of the night on my TV in California, right over here actually. I used to live all the way down there. I remember vividly watching it, and I would listening to what he was saying about how at the end of the day it's you versus you. Like, it sounds so cliche and corny, but like, that mindset changed me. I started to wake up, make my bed. I started to shower like early in the morning, cold showers. I would go to the gym. I would eat better. I would start going on runs, and it changed my mentality because I realized at the end of the day, nobody really is coming to save you. It's really just you versus you. I used to pray to God that somebody could sweep me off my feet and give me another chance. And then I started to think to myself, what if God is putting me through these challenges so that I can do this for myself? I don't need anybody else. I would talk to myself and I would sit there and pray. I would have faith, like would change, stuff would change. I remember vividly, I was like, it sounds so corny to some people, but like, I would talk to God and I'd be like, what do I need to do to get myself back up on my feet? And I remember he told me to leave my past relationship in the past and everything's gonna get better. Stop trying to like talk to that person, stop trying to do this with that person, stop caring. He also told me that I need to start working on myself by treating my body better, talking to my family, talking to my friends, and my life will get better. Obviously, this is like right when I started to get religious, or I started to have faith, I guess. So I was like, okay, I believe this, but I don't. When I started to really believe that stuff, it really started to happen. When I stopped caring about my relationship, and I started working out, and I started talking to friends and family, my life started to slowly get better. I started feeling happier. I started feeling more successful. I started feeling more grateful for things. I would eat food and I'd feel grateful for it. I would drink water and I'd be like, oh my God, I have water. It struck me one night, like, damn, I really had to go through the worst of the worst so that I can become the best of the best. I thank God. I thank people who support me still to this day. They gave me another chance. But when I say give me another chance too, a lot of people don't know this. OG Fortnite. Obviously my career was built up on Fortnite esports. Doing so, I was known as a Fortniter. I quit Fortnite, people stopped watching me. Another thing with God, I would pray, I'd be like, I need a moment where I can have, like, let it come to me. Like, when I talk to God, I don't say like, oh, give me this, give me that. I go, can you put me in a position and align me to be able to do something? Which that means is like, if you could put me in this position at the right place in the right time, I will take advantage of it as me and I'll do what's right and I'll do this for myself. Randomly, OG Fortnite got announced, which means Fortnite was going to have another blow up. This was one of the biggest blow ups ever for a video game in a long time. Obviously, video games don't really blow up people anymore. They kind of do, but they kind of don't. It's more or less personality. And I remember seeing this and I was like, holy I go, this is my last chance to try this again and give it my all. So I challenged myself, and I remember at the time, all my friends were averaging 20, 30, 40, 50,000 viewers. Clicks, Mongrel, Mr. Savage, Ninja, all these streamers were averaging, all these big dogs were averaging crazy, like Cypher, PK, all these guys. And it was so intimidating because I was going in there with, 500, 800 viewers, which is still good. It was intimidating because I was known as one of the big dogs at the time, and now it's like, damn. But I challenged myself to not care about the numbers and stream for 250 hours minimum. 200 hours minimum, and I ended up streaming like 250. I streamed every day for 10 hours straight, and it slowly started to come to me. Blessings on blessings. I started collabing with bigger streamers. I started collabing with like Speed, Clicks, all my friends. I started making new friends. I started building a new community who mess with me for me, and I'm forever grateful for Epic Games, Fortnite. It sounds corny again, for just even giving me a chance, especially because I used to hate on them. I was in California and I still loved cars. One of my biggest things was I always wanted the GT3. On my 21st birthday, I remember, to put into time frame, OG Fortnite came out in November 2023. 2023 November to January 15th, 2024, so about like 2.5, 3 months. I remember I would constantly just tell myself, I was like, it's my 21st birthday. It may be a stupid purchase, it may be a stupid thing to do, it's materialistic, but it makes me happy. I ended up purchasing on my 21st birthday, damn, I'm getting a little emotional, so I didn't really expect this. I remember I purchased a Porsche 911 2023 GT3. That still to this day is one of my biggest accomplishments. I'm forever grateful for that. A lot of people think it's materialistic, but it was really just a trophy in my eyes. I remember being so depressed, being so sad, thinking to myself, damn, this is it, my career is over. Felt like a failure to my family, etc. I remember how proud I felt on my 21st birthday because I was like, damn, I really did this. It wasn't even just about the car, but it was the fact that I could do it. That's why if you go to my tweet, I'm pretty sure it's my pinned tweet still, I wrote a whole paragraph about what I went through, the struggles I went through mentally, and yeah, it really was just it was a trophy in my eyes. It was an expensive trophy. Once I got the GT3 on my birthday, I averaged 25,000 viewers IRL streaming, and it clicked in my head. People like me for me. They love seeing me win, just connecting with them, etc. I remember seeing all the positive comments, all the people on Twitter complimenting me, all the people who hated on me started to love me. It was such a mind-boggling thing to happen, and it really opened my eyes. Obviously, people don't like me for me. Maybe they like me for my personality and online presence, but I realized I might have something here. I started to do more IRL streams. Thank God to FaZe Clan. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm in FaZe. I forever will be a FaZe member, even if I get kicked one day. I'll always be FaZe in my heart. I grew up watching FaZe when I was 10 years old, 8 years old. I seriously love everyone in here. This is where I met some of my closest friends. I've known Jason for about 2 years before I joined FaZe. Or no, when I was in FaZe, but he wasn't. I knew him when he had 50 viewers. That's one of my best friends forever. I'll always be grateful for Jason. He's someone who really brought me up. He made me feel good. He did collabs with me when he didn't have to. When I wasn't as big. He's genuinely my best friend. He'll always be my best friend. For that reason, you know, I had the idea to help get him in FaZe Clan, which he's in FaZe Clan now. I'm not saying I took credit for that, but I really pushed for him because he is such a good person and he's a close friend of mine. And also Lacey. Lacey's also a close friend of mine who really helped me get out mentally. And by that, I mean this house. This house was purchased by FaZe in about June 2024. Yeah, about 5-6 months after my birthday. And this was the new era, IRL streaming with FaZe Clan. Me and Lacey would do IRL streams for about 30 days straight in June because we didn't have internet in this house. Jason moved in with us at the time, but he wasn't really streaming here. He was still in Texas, but he was moving in. But when I go back to Lacey, what I mean by that is Lacey helped me create a new arc. Me and him would do 30 days of streaming. Anyone who remember those streams, shout out to you, where my numbers would slowly go up. The month before June, I averaged about 5K, 6K viewers, which is amazing, phenomenal, and I loved it. And then I came to this house with the impression, oh, I'm an IRL stream with him because I didn't have internet. It was another blessing in disguise. Originally, I was supposed to move in this house and do gaming content. No internet. We were forced to go out and IRL stream. Me and him started the IRL stream and we started seeing success in it, averaging 6K, 8K, 10,000 viewers, 11,000 viewers. And I used to think in my head, oh my God, I'm back to where I was when I started. I'm back to where I'm at. I can't believe I did it. Numbers started to be static. They started to stabilize. And then obviously things started to change. I got slapped by Bradley Martin, which was unironically a blessing in disguise. During this 30 days of streaming, I got slapped by Bradley and my name started to go everywhere again. I talked to Logan Paul, started talking to way bigger names. I started collabing more. My name was everywhere. Everyone knew who I was again on Twitch. Everyone started trolling me. And I started to have inside jokes in my community, where to the point where my community was actually a community again. And people just messed with me. They messed with anything I did. And especially because I'm consistent, and they loved it. And they loved me. Crazy that it happened. I'm friends with Bradley now. I've done podcasts with him. Obviously, I'm in the wrong. I never expected it. If we had internet in this house, none of that would have ever happened, and who knows the trajectory of my life. When I started to IRL stream, obviously my mom started to see it. She was worried about me because I was kind of everywhere in the wrong reasons, but she was very proud of me. She was very proud that I moved to LA with FaZe. She was very proud that I got my career back to where I wanted it to be, where I started to be happy in myself. It wasn't a numbers wise, I was just happy. Obviously the house started to get bigger and bigger. Black Boy Max, which is a great friend of mine, Silky, which is a great friend of mine, moved into this house also. They moved into this house, and that's where I really just started to see my family. FaZe is my family. I can't get over how proud I am of everyone in this house, how happy I am with everyone in this house, how they changed my lives, and maybe I changed their lives. One person who's always stuck with me from FaZe Clan, his name is Ray's Corrupted Mind. Some people may know him. A lot of people don't know that he was the first person I met in LA during COVID 5 years ago. He always treated me like a brother. He always brought me off my feet. He always helped me. He always wanted to see me win. I'll always forever be grateful for him for changing my life and trusting me and always wanting to see me win. I truly can't say enough on this video because my mind is everywhere. It's really insane the risk he took to put me in this house at the time when I wasn't that big, but even putting everyone in this house, him and Banks, shout out to Banks, I don't know where I'd be without him. What helped me though with this house, biggest thing wasn't just that, oh, it's big streamers in a house. What helped me was the motivation. Jason was streaming 300 hours a month. Max was streaming streaming 300 hours. Silky was streaming every day. Lacey was streaming every day. And I was the only one in the house not as motivated. It made me realize, I was like, wow, being in a house with creators really teaches you a lot of things. It doesn't even have to be creators. Just being in a house full of people that want to see you win and they want to win, it just motivated me. It motivated me to work. It motivated me to make content. It motivated me to be consistent. That changed my whole perspective of everything. It started to make me more consistent, more content. It started to make me get my personality out again, excuse me. I was so nervous to be myself, and it really brought me out again, like being around my family. You know, like these guys really brought me out to myself again, and that it changed my whole mindset of streaming. Just seeing how they stream, seeing how they make content, etc. My first year in LA, for anyone who doesn't know, I lived in LA before FaZe. I was super depressed. Now looking at this year, I'm at the highest I've ever been. What changed really was my mentality, my outlook on life, how grateful I was for everything. I started being grateful for small things, that I'm wearing a hoodie right now in the cold, and I started to really just believe in myself. It was so hard for me to believe in myself because so many people didn't, and I relied on other people's thoughts on me over myself, and that's what f***ed me up. The year difference is insane, and any of my actual loyal viewers know what I went through. Like, obviously this video is kind of explaining it, but the ones who actually saw it, I'm sure they're proud of me too. One thing that started really blowing up was the summertime. Obviously a lot of people know that. People like to say, oh, FaZe carried the summer, etc. That helped boost everyone's career in this house because it was summertime. It was something new. We were a new group, I guess you could say, and everyone started to mess with it. That really changed my year too. Like looking back at summer 2023, I like to make this joke on my stream. June, I was in the bottom of the bottom. That's like a very bad month of my life. June 2023, that's one of the worst months of my life. This last June was just amazing. It was the best month of my life. It's insane because we started to do this thing called clip farming, I guess. People thought clip farming started to become a thing. I don't want to take credit for being the person that created clip farming because I'm not, but I was labeled as one of the people who's clip farming, which the joke came in that I'm the clip because I remember arguing with Jinxie, which shout out to him, he's my friend now. Obviously we had arguments, but that's just how creators are. We fix things. Dude, I remember just the joke of being the clip, and clip farming started to go viral. I started getting known for that, so people started tuning into my streams more and clipping what I did, which helped me obviously grow, which also was super cool because we ended up traveling as a group, clip farming, I guess you could say. We went to Japan. FaZe went to Japan, I remember, during the end of the summer. It made me realize that we can travel all together as a group and still see success. So a lot of people, going back to the relationship thing, want to know, okay, well, if you didn't talk about breaking up in your last relationship, what's up right now? Why do you keep this relationship private? What I started to realize now with my current girlfriend, Kimmy, or Boba, which a lot of people don't know, the inside joke of that is I never told anyone I was dating again. I posted a picture on my Instagram story of me with Boba, like the drink, and then her nails were in the photo, and everyone was like, oh shit, who's that, blah, blah. And I used to say, oh, it's Boba. My girlfriend's face is public. You can find it if you really wanted to, it's public, but I try to keep it private because of the fact I like having a real relationship. My last relationship, it didn't feel real. It didn't feel like it was real love, and it felt like it was more online content. That person was a streamer. That person had an online persona. I was a streamer. I had an online persona, and I realized, I was like, damn, if I ever get into a relationship again, I really want to be private. And I feel like a lot of people here might respect that, and a lot of people might not. They're like, why are you trying to make it private? The reason I want to make my current girlfriend private is because I actually love her. I really do love her. I think she's amazing. I don't want anything to chance at that to ruin it, which is why I try to keep things private. And she also loves being private. She doesn't want to be online. She doesn't want to be a creator. That makes me happy because it's like, damn, you really love me. And obviously anyone who knows this, when you're this size, obviously it's not an ego, but it's just the truth. When you're this size, it's hard to find people who are genuine. I really do appreciate her being genuine, and she's awesome. But I found her, actually funny enough, because a TikTok of her, this goes back to what I just said, but she uploaded TikToks of Valorant gaming without like face cam, nothing. But I DM'd her on TikTok and she had like 300 views, and I was like, oh, do you want to play Valorant? And ever since then, it was kind of just like history. The difference about being from the bottom compared to where I was to now was honestly just mental. Being at the bottom, a lot of people like to think, oh, it's a failure, right? When I think of failure, I think of success. And what I mean by that is I feel like you have to fail to succeed. I like going through failures. I like failing in life because it teaches me things. And it sounds stupid, but it does. It teaches me to want to overcome those failures. So I encourage anyone who watches this video, anyone that's going through shit, treat it as a lesson. And it sounds so stupid, but actually change your mindset. Mindset is the biggest thing to get your brain on the top. If you think, oh, this is negative, bro, I could get in a car crash tomorrow. God forbid, knock on wood. I could get in a car crash tomorrow, and if I think, damn, this sucks, what's gonna change? The car still crashed, the damage is still done on me, right? No, I have to take it as a lesson. Maybe something was supposed to happen. It sounds so crazy, but maybe something was supposed to happen. Maybe that was supposed to happen to teach me something. I don't know. It's a stupid analogy, but it was an analogy. But one thing I do realize with this being on the top versus the bottom was so many creators. This is gonna be a little bit of ego right here, but it's a good ego. It's a healthy ego. So many creators used to on me privately that you guys may think is my friends. I'm not gonna say names because I don't care. What I do care about is teaching people like you guys about the internet. The internet's not real. Not everyone has a real persona. I personally think I'm real. And what I mean by that is I'm very open about how much money I make. I'm very open about things I do off stream, on stream. And not to say that everyone has to do that, right? I'm just saying most people that you thought that I was friends with, streamers, Fortnite streamers, normal streamers, some of them talked me behind my back when I was at my lowest, talked me to their friends, their friend groups, their communities, slight jabs at me, my career, etc. But one thing I realized when all this was happening and I was at my low and those people were at their high, I was like, karma's real. Karma's gonna get you. It's how it always is. I believe in karma to this day. If you're a bad person, bad things are gonna happen to you. If you're a good person, good things are gonna happen to you. So I used to just be like, I'm gonna let God deal with it. It's not my problem. Those people have their own personal problems in life and I'm not gonna deal with that. Everyone used to hate on me and now I see some of those same streamers who try to act like my friend. It's like they're on my dick now. You know what I'm saying? They're on me now. They like me now. Personally, I don't care about ever having beef with anyone. And a lot of people are like, why don't you announce their names then if you're friends with them? That's kind of fake. No, it's just I don't like putting people on blast. I also don't let it affect me anymore. I'm just talking about that in this video so you guys know. That's kind of why I don't really collab with many people besides FaZe. I love FaZe. Like, I don't trust creators anymore because I know creators' intentions. They only like you if you're doing good. And that's just the truth. And that's the way anything works in life. Music's the same way. That's usually how it works unless you're friends with them. Most creators in the online internet space are kind of dicks. I'm gonna be honest, they're kind of fake. Yeah, that's why I love FaZe and they're just my brothers by the end of the day. One of the big things that also changed my life, it was the week leading up to the subathon. As y'all know, the subathon blew me up crazy. I started seeing numbers I've never seen since COVID and beyond. If you look at my Twitch tracker, it shows you a timeline of my career. Average viewers this month, this year, blah, 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 blah. This was the most successful I've ever been in my whole career, averaging 20, 30,000 viewers, peaking at 40, 50,000 viewers, reaching subscriber goals that I've never hit before, such as 65,000 or 67,000, which shout out to y'all. The week leading up to it, everyone in the house had content. Everyone in the house had ideas. I sat there so lost, so confused. I had no content, no ideas, no nothing. And I had only to blame myself. I was lazy again, and I fell into this hole like, damn, maybe I'm not good enough. Everyone in this house did it. The night of the subathon, 2 nights before I remember talking to everyone, I was like, I don't think I could do it. I was arguing with people. I was like, I don't really want to do it. I don't want to do the subathon. I was talking to Siggy, which is my editor. I was like, I don't want to do this, blah, blah, blah. I don't feel like I could do this. I don't have it in me. I remember I talked to God at night and I was like, please make this the best it can be for me. Put me in the positions to make content. Please just give me this opportunity and I'll run with it. Crazy enough, I came out the highest I ever came out in my career, average the most I've ever came out in my career. I won awards at the subathon. It was the best month of my life, which I'm proud to say that I did it. I streamed for 30 days straight. I was the most happy I've ever been. I'm happy right now, but I'm just saying, like, this is a crazy moment and my chat loved it, my community loved it, and it really flipped my career. Everyone started to know me again, and that kind of solidified myself in the game. I remember I recorded a video a night before, which is on my Twitter, that you can find. You have to watch the video, but it was just, it changed everything for FaZe. It changed everything for me. Post-subathon, it's so crazy to say post-subathon because we're still here. We're in November, it happened in September. Post-subathon, I was just like, not many thoughts, but I was like, damn, we really did it. I think we're gonna do it again, maybe. Who knows? My goals for next year. My goals for next year is kind of why I'm uploading on this channel. As y'all know, I love life now. I'm not depressed. I love cars. I love family, I love friends, God, everything. So what I want to do with this channel, I really want to rebuild it. I want to start posting vlogs on this channel of behind the scenes of FaZe Clan. I know everyone loves FaZe Clan, and I want to be the one to vlog everything and record everything and start uploading like 30-minute vlogs on this channel just for you guys, like once a week, once every other week. Let me know if you guys want to see that, but that's why I'm uploading this, because I want to use this channel. I want to utilize it. It has 1 million subscribers that all subscribed during COVID. Sure, it might be a dead channel, but I just want to build. I love rebuilding things, my career, my life, my relationship, my family, my friends. I love working on things, and that's kind of why I want to do stuff with this channel. As for my car channel, that's something I really want to work on too, which you guys can subscribe to. That's something that I really love and I still have passion for. I still love cars. It's insane to me how much that channel grew and how successful it is for how random it is. You know, it's like a car channel. It shows me that you guys really love me for me, and I'm so grateful for that. But my biggest goal is to keep working on the car channel, upload vlogs consistently, and I want to stream consistently. And I have some other goals that I don't want to share yet because I'm just going to let you guys see it when it happens. Where I want to be though, as a person and my mental, I still kind of care what people say about me, but I don't. And what I mean by that, obviously I'm a human by the end of the day. I care about what people say, but I need to realize that life is so short if you really think about it. Gone in a blink of an eye. Like, I remember being in middle school, being like, damn, I'm in middle school. Then it was high school. I was like, damn, I'm in high school. Then I'm a senior. I'm like, damn, I graduated. Life moves quickly, and to care about what other people think about me, I need to get over that. I need to stop caring, and I encourage you guys not to care, because it also it limits your life. It limits who you are as a person, and it limits your mental. It makes you overthink things, and it makes you not being able to overcome certain things. One thing that I do struggle with is being happy. And what I mean by that is being content. Some nights I'll be extremely happy, some nights I'll be extremely sad. And I have everything that I want. I have my dream car, I have a beautiful girlfriend, I have a family that loves me, I have friends around me that love me. But I feel like I go through a little bit of sadness because I don't know how to say this without saying this, because it sounds like an ass thing to say, but like, I just feel lost. And this is where I feel like a lot of people get depressed even though they have money and quote unquote fame, is because the internet likes to think, oh, you have money, you have fame, why would you be sad? If I was you, blah, blah, blah. I was the same person making fun of people like that, trust me. But once you're in this position, you're like, sometimes you just feel lost. I'm just not myself, and I don't really know how to describe it to you guys, to be honest. And it sounds selfish, but it's like, just figured I'd tell you guys that like, I'm a human by the end of the day, and I struggle with things the same way you might. Whether it be personal things, whether it be a mental thing, whether it be a family thing, I'm a human. A lot of people don't like to say that content creators are humans. They see it as like a puppet for entertainment, which is fine, because that's what, at the end of the day, we kind of are. We're entertainment to you guys, but it's like, I try my best to really connect with my audience and let them know who I am as a person, hence why I'm telling you guys this. There is some times where even if I have an amazing stream, let's say I have an amazing stream, for me would be viewer engagement. It wouldn't be viewership numbers, it wouldn't be sub moments, blah, blah, blah. It'd be engagement. I'll have some of my best streams ever. Everyone will love it. Everyone will talk so positively about it, even after I end my stream. The YouTube will be good. TikTok comments will be positive, etc. But I still will struggle with thinking that I find success in it. And what I mean by that is, even after the subathon, I was #1. And a lot of people are gonna be like, no, you weren't. You can check. In September, I was the #1 most watched streamer in the world. English, Spanish, any language, any platform, I was labeled as #1. Most hours watched. I think I had like 10 million or 11 million hours watched, something, I don't know what it was. But I still felt like a failure after. A lot of people were gonna be like, what are you talking about? I think it's just a mental thing when I fell off. I overthink everything, and I feel like I'm really traumatized by it. What I was told in my past relationship about my career, what my old friends would tell me about my career, I feel like it just traumatized me. The online comments really got to me back then, which my mind up completely. Like, I overthink everything, and I constantly feel like I'm failing even when I'm winning. I don't really know how to get over it. I'm still trying to figure out a way to get over it, but I just thought to be open about that. What I do in my off time or off stream is kind of the same thing I do on stream. Kind of why I like streaming long hours, like 10 hours. But I just drive my car around, I go to car meets, started going to the gym again, and no, I'm not capping, I'm not lying. Started to spend time with my girlfriend, I started to spend time with my friends, and just really, dude, I keep saying it, but like, I really just started to appreciate everything. That's kind of what I do in my off time. I just enjoy shit that I used to enjoy. I play video games, but one thing I do love is cars, man. It's kind of crazy because my dream car was a GT3, but I'm telling you guys right now, we're gonna look back watching this video, and I still remember when I fell off. I always wanted a car named the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. Obviously that's a very known car and everyone's like, it's a TikTok car. No, I always wanted this car regardless. It was always one of my dream cars to own a Lamborghini Aventador, let alone be at the SVJ, which is the highest of the high. Always wanted to own that car, and it's so funny to me because I know I'm gonna look back at this video even, or maybe in the future, and I'm gonna get that car because I'm gonna manifest it and I'm gonna work towards it. Yeah, it's a materialistic thing, but it means a lot to me mentally. It's another trophy. It's like a different level of a trophy. It's like, damn, I could do it. I encourage you guys to have the same mindset. What everyone else is thinking. People are gonna hate on that's even my mindset, my goal right now, right? What anyone's saying, because it's my goal. It's the same thing for you guys. Believe in yourself, do whatever you want, and achieve whatever you want to achieve. We're gonna literally look back in a year. My goal is to have it when I'm 23. I'm about to turn 22 in about 2 months. I'm hoping that I have that car by next year, and we're gonna look back and realize, trust me, I can't really afford it right now. I can afford it, but I can't. It's just like a mental thing for me. I wanna be able to achieve that. Crazy that I could say that I'm about to turn 23 in a year, because I've been in this for 5-6 years. A lot of people don't realize that. I've been doing this since I was 16 years old, 17 years old, which some people might think is old, but like 16 or 17 where I don't talk to my friends, I don't party, I don't do this, that, because I was so focused on my work that I really haven't felt what it feels like to be that age. And a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, but you have millions of dollars. Like, bro, shut up. Like, you just don't get it. No one will ever get it, and that's why I'm here to explain it. It's just like, I'm a human, you know? I wanna experience things, and like, obviously I could take off my work, the streaming, whatever, but it's like, I don't think people give me enough credit for how long I've been doing this and how, see, this is where the ego comes in, but it's a healthy ego, because this is what I learned through God. He told me to be like more on my feet, like chest out type of thing. Like, even my mom told me, like, I have to start being more proud of things. People don't give me enough credit of how successful I am for how long. A lot of people would have quit when they fell off. A lot of people would have gave up, especially going through what I went through. I got back up on my feet when nobody wanted me to, basically. Why I really want to rebuild this channel and why I'm uploading it here isn't just because I want to revive a dead channel. Sure, I do. I love YouTube. I love making content. I love entertaining. I'm always going to be an entertainer. I could fall off again tomorrow, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do what I did right now. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep being great. And yeah, I'm going to keep pushing. I love making content, and that's why I always love YouTube. I really do appreciate you guys for even watching this video. I know it's all over the place. I really wanted this video to be hours long. Now that I'm sitting here, it is kind of hard to talk for a couple hours about it. Catch my streams on my Twitch. It's just my name, Stable Ronaldo, and I really do, again, appreciate you guys. I'm grateful for you guys giving me another opportunity at life even. Thank you guys for believing in me. Not enough creators talk about how grateful you need to be. I'm extremely grateful for every opportunity. Whether you guys see trolls on the internet, that's not me. I appreciate everyone watching this, even the haters, even people who hate on me. I hope this video helped you guys, and for anyone out there watching this who wants to be a creator, or even just not even a creator, just whoever watched this video, I hope it taught you to change your outlook on life. I hope I can make more videos, and yeah,